I'll put it on the screen. And kind salvation is our mandate. In research, we are there. In development, innovation, we will improve to accomplish for all. Can you celebrate the Nigerian Library Association? Now, to take our opening prayer, we will just recite this stanza. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. Amen. Thank you very much, and have your seat. Thank you. Thank you so much. So at this point, without further ado, I would go straight right away to welcome the host, Nazir Muhammad, to please give his welcome address. Thank you very much, sir. Please, can we celebrate the host?
Chairman of IT section, Dr. Patrick, the Professor Manir Abdullah Kamba, other my ESCO members and other national executives present, members of the Nigerian Library Association, students, Assalamu alaikum. I'm here today to welcome you to this very unique, I call it unique because this is the second of its kind in northern Nigeria, since the one that took place in the Zaria in the late 90s. So I urge members to fully partake in this opportunity so as to assist them, or they will go in line with the paradigm shift in library and information science. I also want to welcome our guests that came from near and far distance to this very great and young, promising standard of learning, the Cairo University. The Cairo University has become a hub for activities of libraries and librarianship because of the support we receive from the management, especially the Vice Chancellor. Before then, I would like to tell a small story about this university. This university commenced activities in the year 2023. It began with 16 programs with within three faculties. One is Allied Medical Sciences, where we offer programs in medical laboratory sciences, nursing sciences, and the radiography. Other faculty of engineering, we offer programs in engineering, mechatronics engineering, and computer engineering. So all the remaining 10 programs are under science and Faculty of Science and Computing. So I welcome you all to this very important conference and workshop. And I believe after this program, or say the conference or workshop, you will go back to your various places of working with something to add to what you have been doing. Let me say that this university we got support, fully support this activity or any activities related to library and information science in the near future. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. I wish you a successful conference and workshop.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, can we give another resounding applause? So at this point, I'm also going to right away call on Mr. Patrick Agu, who is the chairman of the NLA-IT section. I see that he's ready to deliver his address as chairman. Please, can we celebrate the chairman, please?
Thank you very much, Mr. Sylvester, our own national PRO of the Nigerian Library Association. When he invited me, he asked that you celebrate Mr. Patrick Agu. Please, if you did celebrate everything, please can you help me celebrate him one more time? Thank you very much. Don't mind me. I just feel if you don't blow your trumpet, somebody will blow it for you. And I'm always very happy when I see people clap and when I see people happy. Yeah? Thank you. Thank you. Address delivered by the chairman of the Information Technology section, Nigerian Library Association, at the opening ceremony of the 19th edition of the Library and Information Technology Today, LITT 2025, held at Isyaku, Rabiu University, Kano State, from the 12th to the 17th October 2025. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Abdurrashid Gaba, the entire Vice Chancellor, the Registrar, the Bursar, the University Librarian, our own National President, Nigerian Library Association, Librarian Dr. Lawal Umar FNLA, President and the Chairman of Council, Nigerian Library Association. Our special guest in absentia, the keynote speaker for today, our own renowned national PRO, Mr. Sylvester Ebony, the executive members of the NLA-IT section, all heads of libraries here present, all invited guests, permit me to recognize Professor Kamba, Chairman of the President of the Press, all highly respected at this workshop, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to welcome you all to the 19th edition of the annual conference stroke workshop of the Computer Technology section of the Nigerian Library Association, popularly known as Library and Computer Technology Day, LITT. The section was created in 1997 to promote and advance the application of technology in library and information services through the organization of training and workshops. They have regularly used LITT platforms to achieve this goal.
It's your camera.
This section is passionate about ensuring that Nigerian librarians are equipped with the necessary IT skills that will give them competitive edge over their counterparts from other countries. LITT is globally known as one of the most effective channels of information technology capacity development for Nigerians in Nigeria. A sound hands-on experience of selected teams. In the past 18 years, LITT has moved roundness in Nigeria and round different institutions nationwide, providing on-the-job practical training and innovative skills, technological trends, and their applications in the library for effective and efficient service delivery. Let me state here that apart from meeting in Zaria in the early coming years, this is the first time LITT is coming back fully to the north, and that to make information technology as commonplace for Nigerians. That is why it is crucial that we promote information technology in higher education. You understand the extent to which our educational system can provide students with the skills needed for business and industry before they graduate from higher education is a major source of concern. Therefore, we have given our university students three opportunities for providing 500 scholarships from various institutions in Nigeria. We are giving them grants to attend this workshop free of charge. The they are some of the beneficiaries of this grant. Dear brethren, again, this is how kind of raise your hands. On my next opportunity, thank you very much. Every year we have done this to give 5 students nationwide to participate in this workshop free of charge, irrespective of the state wherever we come to locate that. So I begin to be prepared for the final year in the university even before they graduate. This year again, we are fortunate to meet today in this outstanding university, which combines all the best elements of a great future-oriented library. That is the engineer, Dr. Rabiu from Amaso Library. With the team, digital innovations for data-driven information analysis, best practices, and opportunities. Being a dual characteristic event, in the sense that it combines both workshop and conference, we will have both academic presentation as well as hands-on training workshop with discussions on the sub-themes as highlighted here. Big data and libraries, from collection to meaningful use, ethical and use of AI in research and libraries, data-driven decision-making in library administration, collaboration platforms and co-creation tools for library teams, digital inclusion and equity in access to information, design thinking for library services, library data virtualization, communicating impact to stakeholders, digital preservation and data security for libraries, libraries and open data management. We are also eager to hear from our participants about their ideas and innovations in data-driven library services. A detailed schedule of the 4-day conference so workshop has already been shared with you in your conference kits. If you have not gotten your kits, you're going to be getting them immediately after this opening ceremony this morning. Kindly note down your time slot and try to be exact and to be on point to express your view in the time frame given to you. The resource persons are carefully selected from top-notch professionals from both the town and the gown, with several years of practice and teaching experiences. Looking at the sensitivity of our team, we have interacted with stakeholders in the industry. We gathered with NIDA, the Nigerian Telecommunication Commission NTC, and also with the Nigerian Data Protection Commission, all in Abuja. And I wish to report to you this afternoon that two of the key topics will be taken by the resource person from the Nigerian Data Protection Commission in Abuja. We thought some of these topics we should go beyond the theories and look into hands-on by experts in the industry that handle data security and others. And because of this meeting, we'll be having experts from this industry to also train us practically on this concept. I also want to report that NCC has been very supportive too, and they have also supported this meeting with data support and router, network router, so that even when there's an issue with network, we have a backup for this program, so we can all have a full time with our hands-on practical sessions. I said I want to thank the chief host of this conference, the Vice Chancellor of this great center of excellence, Professor Abdurrashid Gaba. I want to thank our own host, the University Nigerian, and the chairman, Kano State Chapter of NLA, Mr. Nazir Muhammad. Also, his deputy, Mr. Al-Qasim Hamisu Auti. Thank you very much. Immense thanks go to all the mutual officers and staff of Kano for their hospitality, for their hospitality and their support all the way. A very special thanks go to my boss and my own very special guest in this meeting this afternoon, our own father in the profession, the National President and Chairman of the Council of the Nigerian Association, Dr. Lawal Umar Ebenezi. We appreciate you greatly. I also want to thank especially a great icon, academic icon, and an everybody scholar in our midst this morning. On the speaker for today, who despite a very short notice agreed to play this role and yet delivered excellently. Our own Professor Lukman Ibrahim. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So our own highly respected NLA ambassador, who just yesterday night called me to say that something came up that the government had just given him assignment to go to this, and was not able to come here physically. He had always attended of our programs. The Honorable Mr. Commissioner for Information for Agriculture, State, Honorable Speaker of Staff, he sent his greetings. We are deeply grateful. To all our able volunteers, we appreciate you. Finally, I wish to sincerely and especially appreciate all our participants in person. Those that are here in person and those that are attending virtually. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's anybody I always want to appreciate so much when never speak with audience like this, is our great participants. And one very, very special country is Mrs. Dr. Professor Alaji Dr. You I wish all the best and hope you all have a pleasant stay here in Kano City. Make sure you eat brasa and meat. I am taking brasa and meat. Make sure you take brasa and meat. Going to Kano is not complete without that. You don't know where to get it. You don't know where to get it. You can also go to Jakara Market. You can use Jakara Market because without this place, your visit to Kano is not yet complete. Thank you all for your presence and participation. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Finally, you can see I'm doing dual purpose today. I'm operating the remote of the virtual stream. We have virtual participants here, and pardon me to say hello to all of them. Those of you who are watching virtually, please type your name and your comment in the comment section. Let us know where you are watching from. Those who are registered participants, this is a hybrid event. And sincerely, I want us to celebrate this institution because this is my first time to actually operate an equipment like this. We celebrate it. This is beautiful. A 360-degree camera. You can imagine that. It's lovely. I love technology in this institution. And this helps us to achieve the hybrid nature of the IT workshop. This is a great standard. Now, I would like to invite the National President of the Nigerian Library Association, whom we are very, very opportune to have in our midst for his address. The President of Dr. Lawal Umar, FNLA, please celebrate him and step forward on his address. President.
Hey, maka order ni terus kan baik apa nak? Kau, kita tidak kena ni. Saya ni kau dah kena. I think you have to die. Alat. Alat. Alat.
Please pardon me, you know this technology thing. Okay. Let me first and foremost observe the conversation. Even though my newly appointed judge say that you don't continue, I say no. Who is actually absent, the Vice Chancellor Khalifa Isyaku Rabiu University, our erudite speaker, Professor Isyaku. How to pronounce? Okay. Next time you know how to pronounce. Yes. My new chief and the chairman of NLA-IT, you know, Professor M.A. Kama. I want to go military today. Professor M.A. Kama. Let me also recognize the vice chair of NLA-IT because I don't want to be a member. I want to be a member. So our capacity can please you are welcome. My national PRO here present. My host and the capacity chapter chairperson, Dr. Nazir Mohammed. All head of libraries here present. Distinguished delegates. Our students, I want to start with our students here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is already good afternoon. I have a ready-made speech, but looking at the time well spent, I just feel like just to stand here to say you're welcome and we are very proud of you being here. I just want to say that, like many of you are aware, I'm just about how many months, maybe just 2 months, as the third president of Nigerian Library Association. I can see call myself very new, a brand new president. Instead of speaking about the conference, I want to use this opportunity to appeal to our members to please understand one very important thing. You cannot be calling yourself a professional when you also take your professional association not serious. You cannot claim to be a professional unless and until and except you religiously belong and actively participate in affairs of your professional association. So under my leadership, we have identified one very big problem that we are trying to address. And one of the major problems we are having in NLA is that our foundation is very, very weak. When I say foundation, I'm saying that our state chapters, you know, as a member of NLA, you belong to a chapter. You don't belong to the center. As president, I don't have anybody as member racing with me at the center. All members belong to chapters. So I realize, or I say we realize, our major challenge now is our chapters are struggling, most of them are struggling to survive. In fact, I can say it here without any fear of contradiction that we don't even have any one of our chapters that is struggling to grow. Because we need to survive first before you can think of growing. Okay? It's after we grow, then we can now think of developing. So our sorry situation at 3, ladies and gentlemen, NLA is 63 years old. By next year, we are going into 65. And I'm just telling you this ugly development that virtually most of our chapters are struggling to survive. And why is it so? Because the majority of our members have developed this lukewarm negative towards their professionalism. So this is where I'm coming from. We are working out our strategy to see that we reach out to our leaders because we have realized if we want to make our chapters strong and stronger, then we need to go down the line and worship and lobby and even adore our leaders. And who I mean by leaders? Our university librarians, our college librarians, our polytechnic librarians, our senior professors in LITT schools, and also our fellows. Because these 4 category of 5 leaders, they are the one that house our members. And if we are able to convert university librarians to be in our solidarity, naturally we will be able to work to make sure that these members are loyal members of NLA. So this is our own focus. I want you as you go home, please let everybody understand this is where we are going. We don't have any serious big agenda as many we want us to hear. And my concern, before the end of this year or next year, we should be able to convert as many unfaithful members of NLA into becoming active members of NLA. So, and there's nothing like NLA, it's simple to do. I know it's very taxing, but we will try our best to reach out to our friends, our US, our TS, our PS, and then we can see something that will change the narrative. So on behalf of the national executive and also the council of NLA, I want to rejoice with LITT. LITT is one section that we are very proud of. They have are struggling to survive despite all odds, because we hear from him that this is number 19, isn't it? So we congratulate you for remaining reasonable and refusing to give up. And then by the grace of God, we shall continue to witness more of LITT expenditure. And all the participants, please take advantage of this very important conference / workshop. Like you know, nothing can move today. There cannot be anything in librarianship without employment of digital innovation. So this cycle or this thing is very, very hard. So please try as much as possible to learn something. As you are going back home, please go back and bring new things into your libraries. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. God bless you.
My employer.
So, please, can we please give the president of the Nigerian Library Association another warm welcome? Thank you. At this juncture, before we okay, good messages will come after the keynote address. Please pardon me. Let me now make welcome the keynote speaker for today. Pardon me, in my capacity as moderator, I want to request. Give me a moment. I would like to describe the professor that we're about to learn from today in the best way that I can. Yeah. Prof, please.
Yeah. I'm already here.
Okay. So I just want to introduce you to everybody briefly.
Yeah. You can go ahead.
So, esteemed librarians, ladies and gentlemen, Professor Lukman Initial is a distinguished academic known for his significant contributions to the field of library and information science, particularly within the context of Nigeria and Africa at large. His academic journey includes a notable tenure at Bayero University in Nigeria, where he served from 1994 to 2011. So the professor we have right here today is not someone who started recently. He's a veteran in the field, and his research interests encompass a wide array of topics, including the development of digital libraries and archives, the formulation of information technology policies from the right speed so that they can see who is talking about. And yeah, I said if you may rise. Oh, okay. Who we're talking about.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes. Among Professor's notable publications is the publication on policies for digital libraries and archives in Africa. So you can see that his choice as a keynote speaker is the perfect one today. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, help me make welcome Professor Lukman Ibrahim Dito. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I do it selectively.
Okay, so let me observe the protocol selectively. Vice Chancellor, who is the chief host, Mr. Khalifa, member, Malaysia, Vice Chancellor, other principal officers. The host, the university librarian of this university, other members of the ESCO, and distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this occasion. Have you projected my paper? Let everybody be projected. Project the paper.
Let me call.
This is my paper. I try to be with the theme of this conference. But when I looked at the theme of the fields, I thought there was something missing. What was missing, in my observation, was the policy component. I thought the policy component was missing because it is an area in which I have such influence. Because policy is a necessary component of everything. What well, they say you have to plan to succeed. And if you want to succeed, you have to plan. Plan to succeed. You fail to plan, when you plan, you fail. That's what we see. And policy is the basis of every plan. So I thought this is one thing that was missing in the component of the things, at least. Policy is a necessary basis for everything. So if you don't have policies for all these we are talking about, you're likely to fail. So one, I chose to add policy components, policy issues to the topic. The second observation I made is, I think, is the context. You have to contextualize everything that you do. You don't discuss things in the abstract. Contextualization is necessary. I thought of adding Nigeria as a context. In Nigeria, we are talking in terms of Nigeria, not anywhere, and not in the abstract. So these are the two observations which I made. So I modify a little, in my topic. Now, the presentation outline, the introduction, as usual, complacency as an innovation with setting the mindset, deploying the key drivers of digital innovation, deploying the key drivers of digital innovation, smart libraries, smart users, smart resources. Policy issues in digital innovation, and then conclusion. Overview of this paper. I try to summarize what is going to come. Digital innovation will be shaping global information ecosystems. The current state of complacency in Nigeria, Nigerian digital innovation generally, now the understanding of digital innovation within the cultural context, also valuing smart innovation paradigm in data-driven information science. Nigeria's progress has hindered by lack of more fragmented policies, which we have all over, policy framework, weak infrastructure, and low digital literacy. And the paper recommends articulated and coherent policy framework for digital innovation. So my introduction is similar to the overview, but I first of all examine the concept of digital innovation, using digital technology in creating and developing information processing and science systems. 21st century issues. The Vice Chancellor is here. You're welcome, sir. Please can we get a round of applause? I've already acknowledged you with your answer. Your answer. Okay. So 21st century chiefs. Now, it's a function of 21st century from information, data, intelligence. Library and information centers as knowledge nerve centers of the digital economy. Integrating policy, technology, and human capacity. And despite all these developments, institutional transformation remains slow. Why? Hence the need for policy reform, innovation, culture, and sustainable digital ecosystems. Now, my introduction tries to define, so when I use the term digital innovation, it's used in this context. If you have any other definition, that is yours, but this is my operational definition of digital innovation. So using digital technology, any technology, in creating and developing information processing and design. So this paper is using into this way, into this context. Okay? The 21st century shifts from information to data intelligence, the library and information centers where I'm repeating this. So I take complacency as innovation. Why? Because I think that's the first thing to be examined in our situation. Why? Because complacency is the order of the day. Our society is terribly complacent. And we have to address that issue. What they call technology acceptance theory, which you have, is examining that. Do we accept technology as it comes, as it is? If you don't accept something, you are doubting about it, you have any doubt about it. The question of developing it is a serious problem. So that's why I examine complacency first. On sustainability, it is counter to innovation. We want to innovate, we want to create, we want to develop new systems, new things. Complacency must be absent. And that is the thrust of this. Now, this complacency reflects in these are the challenges. Massive, digitally illiterate population, and disoriented popular mindset. This is serious handicap, serious hindrance in our society. Digitally, we have massive population who are digitally illiterate. Two, number 9 challenge attitude towards digital development. The first may be as a result of this. Institutional complacency and resistance to change. Our institutions are extremely complacent. They will learn to want to change. They are institutionally. Okay, absence of policy-based mobilization, sensitization, orientation mechanisms. We have mechanisms, you have institutions, you have programs to mobilize these digitally illiterate population. We don't have as a deliberate policy. It has to be policy-based. Not haphazard, not random. Okay? But you have any mechanisms, you have any programs to create digital policies among the digitally. So implications. What are the implications of all this? The application of digital technology generally. No application. Generally. Why do we apply it? Why? Because it's leads. That's what have all this. Quite a number of conferences now, right? But the question was using technology, even in our conference, intellectual conference, academic conference, requires the use of technology. We are not looking for other sectors. There are laboratories, most of our laboratories, still a little bit more than traditional laboratories. We are not impressed with those. Processing of information in the world everywhere is technology based. I'm not accepting that. So, two, reliance on manual operation. As a consequence of that, and the think of this information processing. Though investment in research and experimentation for new digital solutions, do you even have any investment? Well, I don't know. Limited awareness of data-driven management approaches and neglect of user feedback and analytics, leading to poor service design. You can't design service unless you have user feedback. I don't know whether even in academic labs now we have interaction with our users. We know that we research into their needs so that we know the actual needs and then design service that suit these needs. We're not talking about the digitally illiterate in our villages, rural areas, cities, and so on. No, we are talking of the elite. A university like this one. We have a design services for each faculty, for each course, for each program. We address these individual issues. Perhaps in that library, there is what we call the LTI. Do that. But you will do it out of public libraries. That is right. So key drivers of digital innovation, what are they? The technologies first. Artificial intelligence and machine learning, cloud computing, Internet of Things, and application programming interface, for API and visualization. There are several others for us, but these are key technologies that you have today, and artificial intelligence is leading. Okay? Now, key drivers of digital innovation, supportive pillars, what are the supportive pillars of all this? Digital infrastructure, broadband ICT, and power strategies. No AI can operate without this. You have to have this broadband infrastructure. Otherwise, you have problems. In other countries, you have buses running on the internet, broadband internet. Ghana is already on the taking sheet now, how to bring people certain operations. Okay, they are already on 6G. I don't know if 4G is still working here perfectly. That's right. So you can see now you have driverless buses, for instance, driverless taxis. They are operated by the internet. So that's technology anyway. Then human capacity, you have to do human capacity, which means digital literacy, AI integration into everything. Government, NDA, all this compliance with regulatory policies that you have, ethical data frameworks and other policies. But digital innovation, fund collaborators, the IIF, we have digital innovation fund for libraries and the information resources and the infrastructure and collaboration. We need to collaborate. PPPs, what they call public-private partnership, and public-public partnership. Okay, private partnership. We have all these partnerships. Why do we have them? Okay, we need to have essentially there's smart innovation paradigm for institutions. In many countries now, but specifically now China is advanced in all this. Okay? So as smart institutions, that thing is running on AI. Okay, smart curriculum, do we have? Someone was complaining just now about how outdated our curriculum. Curriculum all over, I think, in our institutions of learning, how, so outdated, how old, how active like they are. Why you have to start from there? Okay, now you want to have smart institutions of learning, and of course other institutions. Okay, you have to integrate technology. Now, we are going to policy while we discuss it, but the issue is that it doesn't start from university, you are training in the university. One development innovation has to start right from the beginning, from kindergarten, nursery, school. China has a policy now that from 5 years in the world, every child wants to start coding. So in children in nursery school must learn coding at 5 years old. Every child at 5 years must start coding. Have we started? That you have to catch them young as we see. What are the villages? Our children are sitting on the bathroom. They want to learn. So who is talking about coding? There. You sit on the floor to learn. The teacher is hungry. Yeah, that's right. And so on. So who is talking about coding? There. Look at the experience in the city. How do they find the question of smartness and anything that's not arrive. Then smart libraries, do we have them? Smart information resources, smart information processing, smart user. But we are getting smart user. We have incredibly, remarkably brilliant. But the question really is that they are smart. The question really is, they are wasted. Okay, you tap their potential, you direct things, use technology to innovate, advise a number of them. But necessarily those in schools, we have them on the secret, more brilliant than we are. Catch them, get well. You have to have the police to do that. Now we have some example government libraries. I was there about 20 years ago. Since then, I can't remember. But I see that they have some level of knowledge. There, I don't know who is from government university here. Give an example as well. University of Lagos. I don't know who is from University of Lagos here. The technology you have, and the national library deposit system, and the other technologies you use. But still, the relative others is not appreciated. Now, policy challenges in Nigeria. What are these policy challenges? Absence of national library and data policy. We have to have any policy about this. Okay? Even if you have the policy, it's not implemented. It's not. Having the policy is one thing, implementing the policy is another. Okay? Big data governance, inconsistent ICT standards. Nigeria is a country for everything. Okay? Whatever counts, private. Limited funding, and that's a critical funding, the critical. Ethical and responsible AI use. I don't know whether we even use AI. We do. But the question of ethics arises when you use something. Protecting whatever. Outdated training. Yes. Also the people train as per our curriculum. Academic out with outdated knowledge. They learn on their own. Quite a number of them, they say, quite a number of our students learn on their own. Okay, technology is now available. So individually they try to self-teach themselves. So they learn on their own. Most of them who have the knowledge of technology normally come to learning institutions with their knowledge. When they leave, they learn on their own. But the curriculum you have is outdated. And if they rely on the knowledge, they'll come out with outdated knowledge. But of course, the society is outdated. When they come out, they are outdated and serving outdated society. That's that. Now, cybersecurity gaps, fundamental coordination of policy, absence of midnight policy on digital innovation. Now, that's the thing I've just said. Absence of midnight policy. You have midnight policy. Yeah, welcome to the next slide here. Welcome, sir. Yeah. Okay. So, fundamental coordination to have various policies. Some of them on paper are very fine when you look at them. Okay, but they are fragmented. NIGTA is doing its own, and even within the NIGTA, you have a number of policies scattered. NCC is doing its own. You have a lot of policies that are coordinated. Of course, the end are unimplemented. That's the problem. Absence of juvenile policy on digital innovation. Now that's the thing. How do we treat our youth? Juvenile. So primary school, recognize the students to this one they have the best to nothing on the slate is clean. When you start from there, and that's what China has been doing all the time. That's why China is going and going. They say China is 50 years ahead of the world. That's what they say now. 50 years ahead of the world. Every day you have new things in China. Every day. Okay? So they are going and going hands to mouth. Okay? Now, look at some of the policy regulatory frameworks that we have in Nigeria. We have at the national level, we have NCC's, the whole National Deterrent Education Program, NEEP. This is a plan we made from 2020 to 20 start, which means it's now running, it's in operation now. It started 2020. It's a sort of plan, maybe running plan. It will end at 2030. Okay? So, this is a component of Nigeria's national cybersecurity strategy. It's a component of that. It's another policy led by the LCC. The leaders, Nigeria Data Protection Regulation 2019, which means it's existing now. And you have LIT Strategic Framework 24, which is also running. Well, I don't know whether we feel the impact. We read in paper, we read the policy. It's training children do the ICT applicable to libraries and okay. And at the global level, we have UNESCO first to ethics of AI. UNESCO has developed ethics of artificial intelligence. We really need to see because artificial intelligence is a serious concern in the world today. Okay? Now, even those who created artificial intelligence are showing serious concern as to whether to continue because it will end up, people creating something that will be more intelligent than they are as it goes. And that's the fear. When they are machines are more intelligent than you are, they are likely to destroy all of you. Yeah, that's the fear. And they said it's a real possibility. It's a real possibility. You see, one of the founding, creators of AI, show that fear. That look, we have to be extremely careful. Otherwise, for what he foresaw that we are going to create, very likely AI will be more intelligent than human beings. In fact, right now, AI can process information, I think, multiple times the human brain. And it can store, multiple times the human brain. Okay? So now they are making them more and more and more intelligent. One day, when they become more intelligent, they decide to eliminate all of you. That's right. And that's the fear. Okay, that's the fear. So you have today to create ethics, ethical use of these AI. And not just that, AI now are manipulated, are used to commit crime, to simulate a number of things. I can simulate your voice, for instance. Through AI, you can do a lot of things to manipulate AI. We see it on social media and so on. So you have to control that, really. So ethics must be, we must want to develop ethics along that line. Okay? The one about just to also has public infrastructure, DPI. They are developed, they are training people now, I think, in Nigeria and so on, about digital public infrastructure. I think it's called, looking at. You need to look at it. Then there are case studies. The African parallels, for instance. Well, I mentioned that data analytics for efficiency. They have smart classroom as quite a number of the so-called developed countries have. Smart classroom is that you don't have to take attendance, you don't have to do roll call, you don't have people to sign. No. When you are coming into the classroom, you are using your ID. So if you attend, you can't go into the classroom without your ID because it's really exactly used for the door to open for you. So every student, thank you very much. This is intimidation. Okay, so that's going to be available in your class. So if you don't found it is registered because as soon as it's not your ID card, it goes, the information goes. Yeah. So it's easy. When you take the register, you will see the names of people who attended the class. has something like this. Okay, you do a lot of things. Administrative job. Kenya National Library, during the of the most African time visualization. Kenya National Library, that's where they see the system called Safaricom, the mobile digital content access, access anywhere, access their libraries anywhere. Lesson. What lesson do we learn? Collaboration and data analytics, drive sustainability. Well, I don't know. We have any library in Nigeria that collaborates with any other library, not just Kenyan library, not just Nigerian library, not just overseas. I don't know if you have such. Now, my conclusion is digital innovation is the foundation of national government. Nigeria must move from policy to coordinated action, policy implementation. And success depends on visionary leadership, set direction and accountability. It depends on inclusive capacity building to include everyone. You know, but children should be given emphasis. Do we have any policy emphasizing our juveniles, our children? That's them young with the praise that you start now. That's when we develop. The next generation will be better than you are. Digital. Okay? In whatever sense of thought, we're talking about digital things now. Okay, then ethical governance ensures transparency and transparency. Recommendations. I recommend to develop and strengthen policy frameworks and innovation readiness. Align policies. Don't leave this fragmented policies. When you need the NCC and any other relevant body sit together and have coordinated policy. Align the policy so that no repetition, unnecessary redundancy in policy. Okay? So that implementation will be easier. When do they do that? Of course, NIDA, I think, is an agency of FCC. So I don't know why to have this problem. No, there are quite a number of other agencies. National Library is also one. Okay, LITT is one, then coordination between LITT and the National Library. And in some service, I don't know. Okay, we need to ensure institutional synergy, ensure ethical compliance, implement national digital library and data innovation policy. It's there already. When we start it now, 2025, 2030, connect the rolling plan to that. Implement NDA, which is the National Data Protection Act. It's already there. There is an act, National Data Protection Act in Nigeria. Implement NDA. Already have the digital innovation fund. For libraries, we have those. Curating, embrace AI ethics and data analytics training. Many of us don't even know about this. Encourage EPTs. From National Council on Digital Information to reform National Council on Digital Information and Innovation, what I call NCDII also. To have a council on this, promote open data repositories, promoting having centralized policy instrument on digital infrastructure. Okay? Implement the NDA story. These are my references. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished participants, thank you very much.
Please, can we just celebrate the Thank you. Thank you, bro. While we are still standing, I want us to make one of the latest honorary member of the Nigerian Library Association, the latest grand ambassador of the Nigerian Library Association, the vice chancellor of Khalifa Isyaku Rabiu University, no other person but Professor Abdul Rashid Garba. Would like to hear from you a brief remark. Thank you for this wonderful environment. Please celebrate it, bro. Thank you so
Thank you very much indeed. The national president, the members of the National Assembly, the chairman of the Commission Committee section, and other ESCO members of that, section NLA-IT, my university librarians, other librarians from other parts of the country. I want to say a very good afternoon to all of you. Let me begin by making an apology for coming in late. When I came in, I was here at 10 o'clock, but I couldn't find anybody, so I another occasion. But I also want to say that my gratitude and appreciation will always be for the NLA, the national president, for the state chair, and for all of you. To find a way to face to be just an honorary member of the association, but more importantly, an ambassador. That whenever an ambassador is always His Excellency. I also want to show appreciation to our state chair, and who happens to be the University Librarian of Khalifa University in the person of Muhammad. Now, I found in Museum a working colleague, a person with a very high enthusiasm. And let me tell you 2 or 3 instances. When he assumed as the University Librarian, he initiated the process of bringing together all university librarians, of especially private universities. Very, very creative and innovative. Number 2, he emphasized on the collection rather than just ordinary represent the books. I once found myself in trouble when the Associate of Library Instructors, Negrisi, invited me to give a keynote. I said there and then that even if you have 1 million books in your room, that is not a library. We can just call it a collection of books. A library today of the modern world is much more than a collection of books. It must include communities. That person, a very high-placed person, when it was his turn to say something, he said, "Why did I keynote speaker? I insist I have a library." Because it's the old school diary. It refers to reading books, hard copy books, rather than relying on his iPad, relying on his asset to access materials which under normal circumstances they cannot find anywhere. So he defeated me there because of his status. He was able to convince everybody there that, yes, I will not read a hard book. So a month after, there was a debate in this in this room. You realize that? There was a debate in this room about screens and books versus screen.
Okay, that's
Book versus screen.
yeah.
So notable scholars of we are invited here, and we said it wasn't a debate, it was a discussion. One professor was saying books, books, books. The other person was saying screen, 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 screen. But because of our level of internet IT literacy, almost overcrowded opted for books. It's not wrong to depend on books, but they are limiting your access to a more profitable resource, digital resource material. That day, I noticed that all universities have a great task of changing this orientation.
Yeah.
In addition to the work resources, we must also emphasize on e-resources. That is why our e-resources in this university is second to none. With apology to the former I want to finally appreciate Professor in Kano State. The president in Kano State, and I want to believe including the government of Kano, that is not a prayer who is senior people. He was my teacher because by the time I enrolled as an undergraduate, he was already a lecturer. So look at him. He has spent over 40 years in university teaching experience. But in spite of the experience, in spite of the age difference, in spite of the social status, they have never declined our invitation to this university. And I want to finally send additional gratitude to Mr. President, His Excellency Ambassador. I appreciate you, and believe me, I voted for you. Chairman IT committee, he just sent me something through WhatsApp. But I discovered I have a symbol in my, I'm just trying to find out why how. I asked him, how did I get your number in December 2024? And I saw the connection with the university that were there. I want to say a prayer. Chinese masses, for all of you that have come from distance. And I wish you a fortunate stay in this university. I'm hoping that you have, before you wind up, small get together to eat.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Without prejudice, to all that has happened before this speech, all that has happened is why I don't know by standing here. Because they said that to declare the workshop open, meaning all that has happened before my standing here is now sorry. Without prejudice to that, I want to respectfully declare the workshop open. Thank you.
So please, we're going to take a few moments to take a group photograph. Chairman, please everybody photograph with the Vice Chancellor and quickly come back. Thank you for your attention. Lunch will be served immediately after now. Thank you very much. For our participants who are online, please give us a few moments. We'd like to take a group photograph, and in the next 2 to 5 minutes, we will be
back to wrap up the opening ceremony of the LITT Workshop and Conference 2025. Thank you very much.
Need that projector and this one stand is your big. Yes, remove it. Just carry it with the projector. No, carry it with the projector. So unplug the projector. On the ground. It's right. Thank you very much. Those who are outside, please come in so we can wrap up this program. The outside, please come in. We'll just take one or two goodwill messages. Goodwill message. Heads of libraries. I don't know if you have a goodwill message. Now is the time to.
Maybe while this for the next one, let me please sincerely apologize to everyone for the game had to be then issue of signing. Morning of breakfast was brought to even before we started. I didn't know they had already said this before we started for the tea break. But there is some brunch, and I don't know what's going to go now. So maybe for participants, the moment from now, we will just move over and take our meal there before we start the activity. I guess I'll bring this in. So I don't know there. All right. So I don't know if there's any video message on right now. I've already sent a message of the honorable because yesterday night that the governor suddenly called him yesterday and asked him to go to the people to represent him this morning. So he had to rush to the school. That's why he's not here today. So he said he sent a message and says he lost all. So on this note, the University Nigerian is supposed to give votes of thanks, but it's not here. I think I'll go ahead. The secretary, please can you use the vote of thanks so we can close this?
It was already presented. So, okay, so that we can close this session, let's invite the financial secretary of the IT section, Dr. Ifi Obi, for a vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming here today. Thank you all for the support of that. We are so glad to have you in our conference today. And because of that coming here, I want to say all of us, a happy conference. Happy conference. Thank you all.
That, I would like for us all to stand up as we take the closing prayer, which is also okay. So please let's stand up for closing prayer, please, everybody. Thank you. Now, just listen to this announcement before we say our closing prayer. The announcement is this: immediately we leave here, we are going for lunch. So immediately we take our lunch, we go into the venue for the workshop, and we will take papers, paper presentations, including those online and those here. That's the order of the program. So that is the announcement I would like to give. So please let us take one of the last standard of the Nigerian concept as our closing prayer. O God of all creation, grant these our own requests. Help us to give a nation where no man is oppressed. And so, with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. Amen. Thank you very much. IT team, please help us to move the camera and gadgets to the workshop as we go for breakfast and lunch. I want to see you. There's something I want you to do for us. Okay, sir. Help me now. Let's do that with back.
5 participants. We have to close this session now. Bye.